92. Listen and read.
Everest expeditions. Mount Everest is the highest mountain in the world. It is named after George Everest, the first person to record its location and height. The first people to climb to the top of Mount Everest were Sir Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay. Tenzing was a mountain climber from Nepal, and Hillary was an explorer from New Zealand. They were part of a large expedition, including 362 porters and 20 guides. The expedition started in March 1953. It took the team many weeks to get close to the top of the mountain. Some of the climbers had to give up when their equipment didn't work and they couldn't get enough oxygen. But Hillary and Tenzing continued the expedition. There was heavy snow and freezing winds. But by the 28th of May, Hillary and Tenzing were near the summit. They slept in a tent that night. The next morning, Hillary's boots were frozen solid outside the tent. It took 2 hours to melt the ice and get the boots warm. Hillary and Tenzing climbed the last part of the mountain. They used ice axes to pull themselves up the icy rocks. On the 29th of May, they reached the summit. They stood on the highest point on Earth. Then Hillary took some photos, and they buried some chocolates in the snow for future climbers. They only stayed at the top of Everest for about 15 minutes, because it was difficult to breathe. There isn't much oxygen at 8,848 meters. Since then, many people have climbed Mount Everest. The oldest person to reach the summit was Yuichiro Miura from Japan. He was 80 years old. The youngest person was Jordan Romero from the USA. He was 13.